Well, hello again. This is Naveen with Naveen's Cuisine, and I want to do something fun for the upcoming holidays. I want to do a centerpiece that is made of vegetables and fruits. So I have this idea in mind, a winter wonderland. So it comprises of different elements, and I'm going to do one element at a time. So this is a butternut squash, and I'm going to make a house out of it. So I basically want to do, first of all, like anything else, you gotta cut the bottom off to make it stable. And then with a knife serrated like that, a sharp knife with a serrated edge, I would like to make a door to the house. So maybe I will draw something. The door will come something like that. And it ends right here. So I will, with my serrated knife, go around the lines. Sometimes it's a little tough because butternut squash, the outer skin is kind of hard, but you do the best you can. Go in deep. I think we did it. So it's all cut all the way inside. With another knife, a paring knife, I will try to bring that door out. There we go. Always keep the sharp knives away from you. So you're slowly gonna get this out. And maybe you can trim the doorway. Like such. We're gonna clean it up a little bit from all the seeds inside. By hand is fine. Boy, I haven't made those holiday centerpieces in a few years. I've been busy working. Just try to clean it out as much as you can, so when you look in, you don't see all these seeds. By hand, with a knife, with a spoon, whatever is comfortable. And here's that door. We're gonna trim it down. And I'm gonna keep it open. I'll trim it a little bit more. We will secure it with toothpicks. So I have some toothpicks right here, and we're gonna put 1, I'm gonna make a little hole in here. And put one of these toothpicks inside and kind of secure it in here. Also going to make a couple of windows, so maybe I want to draw one right here and another one down here, and again with a sharp knife. Here are the lines. With the sharp knife we're going to go in and cut out a window. Again with a sharp paring knife you can start cleaning it out. So here's a window, clean it out a little bit. And another window. Again, it's a little tough carving out of pumpkins and gourds and butternut squashes, but it's fun. They hold for a couple of days once you carve them. So here is that butternut squash. I cleaned out the door and made a couple of windows. All you need is a sharp paring knife and a serrated knife. And I have a little tool. It's a wood carving tool, diamond head. And I just inscribed Merry Christmas here. So that's one aspect. The other is we're going to make a Christmas tree out of a pineapple. So I'm cutting the head with about 1 inch out. And I will kind of trim those sides out. And this pineapple head at some point is going to stand and make a Christmas tree out of it. In the meantime, we need to carve a little bit out of that just to give it a little shape. Maybe a star would be nice. So here's a star. So we carved a little star. I'm going to trim it out a bit. And this will be a Christmas tree. We're going to put this on the side for now. The next project is a penguin. And with the penguin, you're gonna need an eggplant. Kind of pick one that it got a little belly. Kind of imagine it is a penguin, right? So kind of pick something that has a little bulge to the stomach like that. And what we're gonna do is, we always cut the bottom to make a stable sitting. We're gonna assume this is the front of the penguin. And we're gonna have him wear a tux. So thankfully, the skin of the eggplant is much softer than the butternut squash. So we're gonna go like such. And what we're doing is, I'm gonna peel with a sharp paring knife. We're gonna peel and kind of pencil in an oval shape in the front. We will peel it and kind of smooth it out. Follow me? I'm just gonna smooth this out a little bit. From the sides, kind of smooth it out. Give it a little depth. And we're gonna make some wings. So we're gonna imagine that this here is the wing. Gonna make a little triangle, and with the sharp knife we're gonna go in and pull that out a bit. See how that is, the bottom here? We're gonna go under the black skin, kind of carve it out a bit like that. See, that's the wing. We get a little bit of a small toothpick, and we're gonna stick it under here. See, and have the wing stick out a bit. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. A little bit of a triangle. It's difficult to see because it's black, but in your kitchen you'll be able to follow what I'm saying. You're just gonna start under that little incision, just poke it out a little bit. See? Again, we're gonna get a toothpick, cut a piece of it like that, stick it in here to keep it open. Then this would be the hat. Mr. Penguin is wearing a hat. Now we need to make some eyes for him. So we're gonna do the same thing. With a sharp knife, we're gonna do kind of a triangle on both sides. And we're gonna lift the black skin out a bit. I'm gonna go under it. See? The lazy eye. Again, we're gonna go here with a very sharp paring knife. Doesn't have to be expensive. Some of these Halloween carving kits will do. So we're basically opening the eye, and we can get a couple of cranberries, and again a piece of toothpick. We're gonna put it on one end like such. We're gonna lift that eyelid a bit, and we're gonna stick that eye right in there. How about that, to make it all bulging? Again, cranberry, and we stick it right in there. And we're just going to trim a little bit more of that. And we will also use more toothpicks to make a little button. We're going to put like 3 buttons right here. See? We're gonna make a little beak, and that will be from the tip of a carrot. Just gonna peel it a little bit. Trim it. And we're going to do a little beak. See how I'm opening up? I'm carving a little beak right here. Get another toothpick. And we will have a little beak for Mr. Penguin. How about that? Put it in here. Stick the beak in it. Can be tricky sometimes. How does this guy look, huh? Put it on the side, and we're gonna work on another project. Another easy little centerpiece to make is a skiing slope. And how easy is that? The cauliflower, you trim it out, and now we're gonna make a skier. We will use a zucchini. We're gonna trim the bottom and the top. And I got a head of a leek, so I'm gonna attach that, and that will be the face of the skier. Let's see, right here. And by the way, the skier will have legs, so the legs are, again, with a sharp paring knife. I'm gonna cut a little incision like that to make this look like legs, right? And we're gonna get toothpick, a couple of toothpicks. I'm gonna cut a piece of them. Keep the sharp edge of the toothpick. And we will attach the leek head so this is how we attach things. You put a toothpick with the sharp edge out, and we will have this guy attach his head right here. And two little cloves will be the eyes. Just gonna insert one eye and another. As such. And we will have him standing here on the slope. And I have some, what do you call those, skis. They will come out of some celery. So we're gonna have like such. I'm gonna make two identical lengths. Maybe a little sharp edge here. And we will attach toothpicks. We're gonna put one at the leg at the bottom. I'm gonna attach it to one of those. Piece of celery. One here and one here. And this guy is ready to go. But of course we need to attach him to the slope. So we're gonna do a little trick here. We're gonna insert a long skewer. And then kind of get him settled on the slope. I want to make a little hat for him. So I picked a red color, a red pepper, and again with a sharp paring knife, I'm gonna go around this nice little curve. It looks like it could be a nice hat right here. See how that looks? There we go. Like a helmet. Trim it out a little bit. And put it over his head. Always use a toothpick. We're going to put a toothpick on top of the leek head and settle this on top. And then he's got two arms. Sorry about that little interruption. So now I put two skewers on the side, and I cut green onion, the green part of it, to cover. And I believe that is the skis, right? So he's got his sleeves on. And we're doing that. And he's ready to go. Well, put him on the side and we'll do project. Another fun thing to do for Christmas decoration centerpieces is Mr. Rudolph, of course. So you get a pear. I picked the Bosque pear. See how it shapes like the head of a deer. I'll take a little bit from the bottom to make it stable. I picked two blueberries. I'm gonna have two toothpicks cut small by hand. And I'm gonna put the eyes right here. And we're gonna put a blueberry for the eyes. And another toothpick. Again, cut the tip. And here's a cranberry. I'm gonna use that for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Ta da 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 da. And guess what's gonna be the antlers? Ginger. So I went through a whole basket of ginger until I found two that could be identical. So you're gonna trim them so they can fit on the head like such, and we will have toothpicks again. Keep the sharp part of it on this side. And same on this end. And we have us a Rudolph. How about that? Was that easy or what? And that makes a great little decoration for a cheese board, charcuterie board, or just because board. Another easy little trick, radishes. The radish comes with its natural little tail, so it makes it look like a mouse. So we're gonna get one. We're gonna make a little base for it, just like we do with everything else. Let it stand up. And we will use these little guys for ears. What you cut from the bottom, we're gonna use that for ears. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna make a little incision on both sides. And we're gonna stick that in. Maybe a little wider. How about that? We're gonna put a little toothpick to help it stay in place. There we go. Cute little tricks, and you can make a little cheese board with pieces of Swiss cheese with the big holes in them, and have a bunch of these little mice all over it. Cute idea when you have kids around too. So here's one little mousey. I'm gonna make several of them, and I'll show you what we're gonna do with it. So I'm setting the scene now. I did all my little carvings, and now I need to put them together to create a scene. So I got some goat cheese, nice and creamy. You can use cream cheese or any kind of cheese that will spread easily on a board like that. And what I'm doing, basically, it's a winter wonderland scene where the cream cheese on the ground is the snow, of course. So on one end I have my butternut squash house, and on the other end here I got my skier on the slope. So I'm basically trying to fill in the gaps here with some goat cheese. You'll see in a minute. So the winter wonderland centerpiece is done. We have the butternut squash house with the little mices, and we have some asparagus fence in front of the house. We have Mr. Penguin, Mr. Skier on the slope. We got the Christmas tree, some little shrubs of broccoli, Mr. Rudolph, and little rosemary for a foresty look. And now, with some powdered sugar in a sifter, we're gonna start sifting sugar all over to make it like a nice snowy scene. How about that? Very easy. It's a bit time consuming, but it's worth it. When you have some guests coming over, you have a nice little centerpiece they can look at when they enter the house. It's a little talking piece. And the weather outside is frightening. Happy holidays. Ho ho.